And along with my wife Michelle, we have the privilege of serving in ministry and leading the South region. We decided a few years ago to take part of our missions contribution and not just send money, but send people. And so we sent the first 2 weeks of August, 12 people each week, members from our great church here, and they went down and lived with the Christians and served the poor and evangelized and felt what it was like to live and be a missionary for a week. It's really exciting what God's doing in the South region through our mission work, and we're fired up about Guatemala City and partnering together. And we're going to also be focusing on the Hope work. Our International Hope Project will be the Guatemala school that many of you got to visit. Thank you, and it's going to be exciting to see what God does.
Opened my eyes to see this is why we give.
The church over there is just it's an extension of the family of God.
Yeah.
And you know, I couldn't speak any Spanish. I couldn't speak the language.
Like, I'm from LA. Like, well, I've never been to Guatemala. What is that? Where is that? On the map. Like, seriously.
All these barriers in the way of not being able to speak the language, not knowing if people are going to be receptive to you or not. It's simply about God and His power.
Surrender in my heart, just going there at the complete mercy of whatever, it wasn't me, it was God. Going down there and sharing our faith and then having Bible studies in the same day.
Yeah.
And then it's made all the difference because now I share my faith up here like I did down there.
I just feel more confident, and it's not about me anymore. It's like God's power, and working when we do evangelize. So.
Sharing the Bible with people and studying with people right on the spot, like you guys were sharing, it's totally God.
They were just so surprised and blown away that we would invite them not only to church but to Bible studies. I mean, 4 out of the 11 of us spoke Spanish, so we'd be sharing with people, sometimes it would be like me and Liz, and so we'd be sharing in really broken Spanish. Still, so many people were really eager to know God.
Okay, I was there as a mission team, but even coming back with the same response and same attitude, like, this is still my mission team. Like, my ministry that I'm at, whether I'm a teen ministry or singles ministry, that is my mission team. But even coming home with the same kind of heart. The thing that impacted me the most was when, like, the sisters washed my feet. I remember just sitting there crying, and sisters were coming in, they were like, what is wrong with this? I got my feet in this big red bucket, and I'm like...
Personally, I'm really impacted by the household that I stayed in.
Just sacrificed so much to drive us around, to, she would make lunch for me every day.
Like, we need a ride from one side of the city to the other. And, they were there, And even Felix, remember, he dropped a whole week off of work.
Yeah.
Just to hang
out with us.
I was really blown away by that.
It just seemed like their overall motto was just like, I live to serve. Like, and like, that's already their heart.
The people that were driving us around would drive an hour to get us to church and then
Yes.
an hour home, and just all the sacrifice they did. Never once did I hear them complain. And I just thought about for myself how in even a little teensy bit of uncomfortability here, how much I can just start complaining or just start thinking about myself and just how I want to be comfortable. And it really made me realize that being grateful is a decision. It's not just about a response to something we feel.
Quisiera enamorar.
Lisa and I went to the same family. We went to this woman's house. She is dying. She has a cancer. The doctors don't know exactly what it is. She's 28. Yeah, she has 2 really, really young kids.
Hola. Pablo.
And this is our sister. you know what I'm saying? And like to see her life in her house, you can see outside. Like if you look up, you can totally see it. It's like pouring down rain, and just to see how she's like suffering. She can't get out to go to church, but how encouraged she was for us to come and just sing songs. We come into her house and she welcomes us. Like, and immediately, like,
And
we're
they
all
made us
teary-eyed.
food. They made us food. We're
Didn't
in
even
this
have
little
anything.
shack, and they made us food.
They just seemed so excited and encouraged to see us. And that just amazed me. All the time, throughout the whole week.
That family that we gave it to, the 2 little kids were so grateful for what we gave them. It just really helped me to see that they did need us to come over there. And then also hearing her share about the fact that she's the way they live. It just reminds me of the early Christians. They're just willing to suffer and go through really hard times, but they have the same faith and in the same God, and they're just very grateful even though they have very little.
Rosalinda, she had cervical cancer. Just hearing her pray challenged me a whole lot. And it challenged me to have prayers like hers, where she trusts fully in God.
The brother that we went to visit that was sick, I'm sure Gary remembers Jose, this older man that just, he has osteoporosis and he's on dialysis. He has a 10-year-old daughter and his wife that he cannot support, but yet when I saw him, he was just filled with joy. Like he had this radiance in his look that was just amazing, like so much joy. And then the disciples started sharing with Gary and I, like they were sharing with us how like he never misses church, he's always committed, he's always joyful. And I just felt so challenged by that. And now when I came back, I think about him when I feel tired and I'm like, oh, I have no excuse.
Here in America, we're just, constantly bombarded by the American dream, wanting possessions, all that kind of stuff. But out there, they live so simply.
They're really poor over there, but the Bible says, God has chosen those who are poor to be rich in faith, and they really showed their faith.
Good morning. I'm here with disciples visiting from LA. They have brought a lot of joy to my heart. We've been talking about the challenges in my life. Just knowing that I have brothers and sisters in LA and the US, that we have the same faith and beliefs, it's very powerful to know that we believe in the same God. I want to give all the brothers and sisters in LA a big hug. This has healed my heart.
Sisters around the world, everywhere, and in Guatemala and all parts of the U.S. and Central America and everywhere, so it was really eye-opening just to see.
Whenever I'm discouraged, I'm gonna think about just the faith of the people around the world. There's other brothers and sisters going through the same type of struggles that we're going through, and I'm gonna remember that and thinking that I could just never give up.
The work that Hope is doing out there, like that's what impacted me the most. I think it's taught me to dream big again. What impact can I do to help the poor here where I'm at?
I really walked out of there with dreams to go back and serve in any possible way, or being really proud of the church here, how we support them financially, and they have the Escuelita de Hope, Colegio de Hope, and it was just like to see what our little efforts do, how many kids are being impacted out there. And
I just felt like we connected with our contribution. I felt like when I give now, it's like it is connected.
You see a face.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you see a face, and so
I give in a whole nother way. I've never.
So when you write that check, or however it is that the way you give, you see faces, you see images, and it's like you just desire to. And I hope that other people in the South, other disciples, just get a chance to go.
True.
Divided by 2 is 735 plus.
Okay. We're trying to figure out the money.
83
and it's super challenging because we're a little slow.
Your change should be 1665. Okay? Did you put that on camera?
Yeah.
Oh no!
I love this.